Hi everyone, welcome to Tuesday, and of course every Tuesday we take a look at the performance of the New Zealand NZSX50 main board just to see how it's performed over the past week. Now before I jump across and share my screen, just remember the housekeeping rules, which is this is for educational purposes only. No way is it intended to be personalised financial advice. For that, you do need to go and have a chat to your own financial advisor. Just before I do jump across, remember you can still register for my free 1-hour webinar on KiwiSaver and retirement. It's been held on Wednesday, the 25th of June at 1 o'clock. Love to see you there. If you're unable to make that time but still interested in it, register because I will do my very best to record it and send out the recording afterwards. So love to see you there, like I just said. Right, let's take a look. Here we go. Here's the main board for the NZSX50 up on my screen, and I'm recording this on Saturday, and you can see here, yabba dabba do, we've had a positive week for last week, which is really good. And I spoke of this last week. You can see on that candle, you can see that there is a really good tail on it, and it's a green one, which does indicate a lot of buying pressure. So that's really encouraging for us, and it's something that we do want to see because obviously there is still a lot of turmoil out there. The S&P 500 has still been going gangbusters. The Australian market has been going very well. So it would be lovely to see, obviously, our market follow in the same suit. The little red candle you can see on the side here is trading just on Friday, okay, because I am recording this on Saturday. The only thing that I am a little bit concerned about is if you look down the bottom here, there's not a lot of volume. If you look previously, we've seen a lot of volume go through on the NZSX50, but on last week, there was very little volume. In fact, 24,850,000 basically was all that's traded. Whereas the previous week, there was 214 million. So a vast difference. Be great to see this little graph down here with a nice strong positive bar, as well as the market performing in a positive manner for the week. Then hopefully we would really see some strong performance, which is what we're all looking for. Let's put our indicators on and just see how they are performing. Like normal, we use the 30 exponential moving average. Looking at that, you can see the market closed above that moving average, but for me, I definitely want to see it actually trading above, like you can see here on this one, which was around the week of the 12th of May. You can see it above, really good. And you can see as well through this period back here a little bit from August last year, you can see how it was trading above it. And a nice sort of fashionable line, really. That's what we wanted to see. Let's now put on the 15-week moving average and just see how that compares. Right, it's got very close to the 30-week moving average. However, it hasn't yet crossed. And if you follow me regularly, that's something really important that we want to see, not only the shares trading above both of those moving averages, but having the 15-week cross through the 30. Reason for that is the 15-week moving average is clearly a faster moving average, and it responds a lot more quickly than the 30-week moving average to general market conditions. So when we see that above the 30-week, the 15-week above the 30-week exponential moving average, that is usually a good sign, especially if you've got good buying going on down the bottom. At this stage, we're still in pause mode, but that's okay. I spoke last week that sometimes taking no action and not buying shares is actually taking action. And this is what share trading, share investing is all about. Looking at your rules and making sure the things like the setups, which is what we're looking at here, is right to meet your conditions. So I'm naturally sharing with you my conditions that I look for when I'm buying a share. At the moment, for me, red flag, I won't be looking at any further individual shares because I want to see that our overall market is in an uptrend, which, yeah, we're in a little bit of a sideways movement at the moment. Who knows? Could change in a week, but only time will tell. So until then, it's a pause. Now, come back on Thursday. This week, we're going to take a look at Spark. Again, this is a dual listed stock, and we can see how that is performing as well. Spark's one that I have featured quite a bit, but because it's dual listed, let's just take a look on both indices to see how it's performing. And the other good news as well is I have heard back from Sharesies, and they are going to sort of help me out. I've got a great idea how we can use their platform and demonstrate exactly how Sharesies works. Come to me with any questions that you've got that you're unsure about with Sharesies, because this will help me put together a bit of a training package and that on how to actually use the platform. So by doing that, it helps me to ultimately help you. That's providing Sharesies as a platform that you use. And we can look at some other platforms in that later on as well. So I'll look at doing that in the future, but if you could start letting me know what you want to know specifically, I can put something together and see if we can get it to work. Also, I'm not sure whether I'm going to do a recording or whether we can do a live event. A live event would be great because then you can actually ask your questions as we're going through and demonstrating, but I'll keep you posted on that. But at this stage, just remember about the retirement and KiwiSaver webinar that I've got coming up on the 25th of June. Love to see you there. So take care.